Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I give up. It's been like 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks since I made a dating app profile, and I'm gonna be so honest, I'm done. Now, it's not because I had like a bad experience or something, right? It was decent, okay? I'm not gonna say it's good. I'm not gonna say it's bad. I'm just gonna say I kind of just lost the desire to date, if I'm gonna be so honest. Like, whenever I get to the point where I do want to start dating again, I will do the same thing that I was doing, because apparently I was doing really good. I was doing everything right, it seems. With the exception of like finding the perfect person in 3 weeks. Like that wasn't gonna happen. That was never gonna happen. I wasn't expecting it to be within this time frame. But unfortunately, within that time frame, my desire to be in a relationship kind of fizzled. And I don't want to blame it on the people that I was meeting, because it's really not their fault. I just kind of came to the realization, like, as I was going out with people, they're like, you know, I don't really feel like doing this anymore. Which I was kind of the opinion that I would end up in that headspace should I start dating again. Because, you know, for the past while, I've been like heavily debating, like, you know what, there are all these really great things about being in a relationship that I would like to experience and I would like to go through. But then every time I have those thoughts, I'm like, yeah, but if I'm doing that, then I'm going to have to stop doing a lot of things that I'm currently doing right now that I really want to dedicate a lot of time into. And so every time I have this thought, I have the other thought, and I have to think through it. For example, you may notice my YouTube channel has like all but died at this point. I have taken it and thrown it away, and I am rebuilding. So the people that I'm talking to probably aren't the ones who are going to directly recognize this, but it's been a full week since I uploaded anything to YouTube. Now, let's not like discount where I have been. I've been on Twitch almost every other day aside from that. Well, not every day, like almost. It's on and off. I've got a lot of schoolwork to do, and when I am streaming, I'm pretty much just streaming myself doing my homework. But it's been a long time since I made a YouTube video, because since the last video I made where I went on 3 dates in a single day, I have gone on 3 more dates on separate days. So now I've hung out with a total of 6 people. Some of them I've went on more than 1 date with, and I've just kind of come to the conclusion on all of them and really everyone else that I just don't care anymore. Don't get me wrong, none of them were bad people, right? It was all just every single time I was hanging out with someone, I'm just like, this feels like a friendship, and if it goes any further, I don't see myself caring as much as I should. So I'm just not gonna move forward. I'm not gonna move forward. I think a lot of my problems too is a result of the location that I'm in, because oh my god, the people that I want don't live here. They do not live here. I swear to God, whatever I'm going through, the litany of people, right? I am doing my gosh darn best to dodge like Neo from the Matrix. I hope that was his name. I haven't watched the Matrix movies in so much. All of the Christian conservative combo with either blonde hair or highlights. That is, oh my god, every person here is that. Every person here is that. And that comes as a result of me being in the country. I was about to say in the country of Texas, but that makes it sound like I'm saying Texas is in a country. I'm at the countryside of Texas, right? I'm much more in the countryside of Texas. I'm not in like dense liberal city, right? Not that I am a liberal, right? But like, it's really easy to, anyways, it's easy to explain it that way, whatever. I'm not like in big city where there are a lot of more people who think like I do. And I'm going to be so honest, right? If you have the Christian conservative combo and you have either blonde hair or highlights, you are unfixable, and I don't want to spend my time on you. So yeah, been going through, and I have entertained 2 of them, and I'm going to be so honest, like we couldn't even be friends, me and those people. So I'm just like, I tested it out. I'm not, if I see that on your profile, I am ignoring you. You're not, no, it's not gonna happen. And so, as a result of that, in the location, the majority of the people that I have been going out and physically meeting in person are people who didn't have some of those things on their profile, and I just kind of moved forward, waiting to bring those things up in person. And in almost all instances, of the people who didn't have these things on their profile, that I know if those are on your profile, I will skip you. If they weren't there and I met them in person, they were there, they just weren't on their profile. Really fun stuff. That's not to say I haven't met people that I do think that I could have gone somewhere with. If I really wanted to, I just like it just I just don't it just like it doesn't feel like I just don't feel anything right now. So I don't know. That I'm just rambling and repeating stuff over and over again. I'm at the point where I'm like, I think I'm done playing the game. I think I'm done playing the game for like another year or 2 years or something, until I'm not in my location anymore, until I am back at home, until I'm in the position where I can just sit here for a long time and be confident that the people that I'm going to be meeting it's a lot, significantly higher chance that they'll have the same values as I do, a significantly higher chance that in 2 years they're not going to be halfway across the country, wherein, you know, I have to consider like, okay, do I care to carry this relationship on? Do I see this as something that I might be willing to move, you know, across the country for? Or do I see this as something that like maybe there's an opportunity to like stay where I want to stay? Or is this going to be a 2-year thing? Is this going to be a 2-year thing? And if it's a 2-year thing, I don't want it. I would rather spend my time elsewhere within the next 2 years if I know this isn't going anywhere. So yeah, I've been thinking. This did give me a lot of confidence though, that if I want to be in a relationship, if I really want to, I can, and it wouldn't be hard. I had to delete I deleted Bumble and Tinder after I added those to the rotation because, and also those apps they just suck. They are awful. They are so bad. But I was getting a lot of hits on there. I'm gonna be so real. And these are like even of the like fake likes that Tinder gives you. I refuse to believe that the likes that Tinder actually gives you are actual people that are liking you. There were that hit so often, so many times, and I'm just like, I have to pay for this. But I'm not going to. I'm not paying for a dating app. That number got so high in like the week that I had it. I refuse to believe that they're all real. Anyways, though, I deleted Tinder and Bumble because like I kept getting matches and I just stopped caring, if that makes sense, right? I just got tired of the notifications. I left Hinge on there because that's like the only like safe space it feels like right now whenever it comes to like online dating. Everything else just feels super predatory. Now Hinge itself is also not super predatory, but it's so much more like forgiving and welcoming. I'm glad that's the first one that I decided to download. It's just like, that is where I will go. But anyways, I'm going off on another tangent. If I want to find people, it seems like I'm doing something radically different than everyone else that I know about, because I am having absolutely no problem finding people. Not the right people, but finding people. Now granted, the people that I am finding are like, they're decent enough for me to want to pry more into, but then eventually I find out that they're not. But yeah, whatever. I'm doing it again. It gave me the inspiration that the validation. I'm trying to say like it gave me the words not going in my head. Affirmed the belief that I didn't have. We'll say that. That I'm not going to have a problem. Should I really sit down and decide, hey, I want this, it would not be a problem. Anyways, though, I've rambled on for more than long enough about stuff that I really don't care about, if I'm going to be honest. So I'm going to leave now. Bye.